finally a Benchmade knife that I can get behind. Almost. What's up, fishy friends? Welcome to Tim's School of Fishing. Class is in session. Got my purple monster drink, ready to do this thing. I'm excited because today we are going to take a look at what is my favorite Benchmade knife so far. This is a pass-around knife, but this one is the best one that I have handled yet. Today, we are going to take a look at the Benchmade Mini Bugout. So, without further ado, let's get this camera turned around and take a closer look. Alright, so the Benchmade Mini Bugout comes in your blue Benchmade box with the butterfly. Got some information about our knife here. Model number 533SL-07. This is the Mini Bugout CPM S30V blade steel manual opening. Let's open this bad boy up and take a look. Alright, not a bad looking knife at all. Overall length on this one is 6.49 inches. We've got a 2.8 inch blade and a 3.7 inch handle. Our blade here is a drop point blade. We've got a forward swedge, flat grind, Cerakote finish on this one. On this side, we've got the Benchmade butterfly logo. On the other side, S30V blade steel. You can see there the edge grind is perfect. Look, Benchmade always does a great job on their edges. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. We've got gold anodized thumb studs on this one, and that is the only deployment method. Our handle material on this one is Grivery. It is that sage green color. I think that is an awesome color. This one is an axis lock. We've got a T8 torque screw on our pivot, T6 body screws everywhere else, a lanyard hole if you like to put a lanyard on your knife, open construction with barrel back spacers. We've got a little bit of jimping up here, deep carry pocket clip that is reversible. The clip has a black oxide coating on it. Let's check the action on this bad boy. Bam! That thing snaps out of there with authority. This thing is super, super light. It is a smaller knife. And look, I kind of like my knives two ways. I like them big and I like them small. In between, you know, they're great and all, but I don't know. I have a thing for bigger knives. I have a thing for smaller knives. Now, I will tell you that this one is not a fidget monster. You do have to give it some wrist flick to get that thing to close because the blade is so small and light, and you can see that I can't even do a very good job with it here holding it at this angle. In the hand here, this one is a smaller knife, so it is a 3-fingered knife for me. I do like this jimping here on the back of the spine near the pivot, and the texturing on that Grivery offers a good grip. One thing I like about this one as opposed to the full-size Bugout, that full-size Bugout feels super squishy and cheap, and this one is a little more rigid. Well, it's a lot more rigid, so it doesn't feel as cheap, but I still do not like Grivery. It just feels like plastic to me, and do not like these Benchmade clips. I don't like the aesthetic of them, and I don't like how much they stand up. So in the hand, that clip really digs into your hand. You can feel it. So if you're bearing down on this knife and trying to do some hard use with this thing, you're going to feel that clip. Maybe some people don't, but with my hands, it just bites right there. You can see where the clip is already biting into my hand. It just doesn't fit down in the fold of my hand, and it really just, I mean, see that? And all I'm doing is holding it. I mean, I'm squeezing it a little bit, but if I was doing some hard use, that's going to get real uncomfortable real quick. I do love the Cerakote finish. I love the aesthetic of this knife. I like the thumb studs, the gold thumb studs. I think that's a nice, gives it a nice little pop of color. That sage green is freaking hot. I like that. But I don't like the clip. And the main thing that I don't like about this is just the price tag. I mean, $190 on the Benchmade website and about $170 at retailers. I just can't get with that. $69, $79, less than $100 I could probably get with it. But let's be honest, you're paying the butterfly tax and you're paying for S30V blade steel. And in my opinion, look, S30V is tough. It's got good wear resistance, edge retention, corrosion resistance. My problem with S30V is when you lose an edge, it's a pain in the butt to get it back to a screaming edge. Now, Benchmade does have that Life Sharp guarantee, so you can send your knife to them and they will sharpen it for free, which is great and all. It's a great service, but who wants to be without their knife, right? I don't. I would rather just hit it with a ceramic, hit it with a strop, and bring it right back to a screaming edge. And for me, 14C 28N or 154 cm is more than adequate, and it's easy to bring it back to a screaming edge. I just think S30V is too much blade steel for a knife like this that's probably not going to get a whole lot of hard use anyway, and you're paying for it, right? You're paying for S30V, you're paying that butterfly tax, and I just cannot get with the price tag of Benchmade knives. I just can't get over it. Now, if this was titanium or fat carbon or something, some other handle material besides Grivory, maybe, right, with S30V, but just as it is, I can't pay almost $200 for a 6.5 inch plastic knife with S30V. That's just me. Now, with all that said, this is my favorite one that I've handled yet. I showed you guys the regular Bugout, the Redoubt, which was pretty cool. I did like the Redoubt. I think the only complaints I had on that was the price tag. And this is a killer little knife, but I just can't get with the price tag. But of the ones I've handled, this is probably my favorite so far. The only ergonomic issue that I have with it is that clip. It just doesn't work for me. I would have to trade that clip out. And then again, now I'm throwing more money into an already overpriced knife. And if I'm spending almost $200 on a knife, I don't want to have to do anything to it. I don't want to have to spend any more money to make it comfortable. I'm not going to do that. Best one I've handled yet. Still not one that I would purchase. Look, I don't blame anybody if they love Benchmade knives, but I still haven't found one yet that I would say, yeah, I'm going to go buy that knife. And this one's no different. So there you go, boys and girls. That is the Benchmade Mini Bugout. Not a bad knife. There's a lot that I like about this one. There's a lot that I don't like about this one. As always, I appreciate you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this one. Let me know if you have a Benchmade Mini Bugout and if that clip bothers you as well. Don't forget, guys, I've got channel memberships available if you'd like to support the channel. You can find the link for that in the channel about section. You can also find it in the description, and I will pin it in a comment. And of course, I appreciate your support very much. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Just click my logo right over there. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish, boys and girls. Class dismissed.